When the Forza Horizon game franchise launched back in 2012, it was an enjoyable spin-off of a highly successful Forza motorsport. A decade later, the Horizon series is still going ever so strong, and it's probably the most popular racing game franchise in the world. So today, I'm gonna honor this series by presenting you my ranking of the Forza Horizon franchise. I'm gonna be ranking these based on what they have to offer and what they brought to the table. And a general disclaimer, this is my opinion, so if you disagree, just tell me in the comments. So without further ado, let's get straight into this. The third entry in the franchise took players to the land of Australia. The result is a beautiful drive through the wild and varied locales. Playground Games and Turn 10 truly gave us the driving playground of our dreams. Nothing is off limits, and the game style shines through. Horizon 3 sets the foundation for the franchise's best and most recent releases. But you might be asking me, what am I smoking to put this game as the worst game in the series? And for me, the game kind of felt flat. The roads and the beautiful towns we saw in Horizon 2 were all changed into this flat desert-ish Australia. I was bored after playing this game for a while. The visual upgrades were almost non-existent. I sometimes felt like Horizon 2 was even better looking at times, and the atmosphere was just horrible for me. That's why Horizon 3, for me, is the worst in the series. The only entry in this franchise to appear strictly on the Xbox 360, Forza Horizon offered a new way to play Forza. As it was the birth of this franchise, a risky move that played out perfectly. A Forza game with all its mechanics being open world and filled with music and dancing atmosphere. They inspired a lot from the Fast and Furious movies and the Need for Speed games and made this masterpiece of a game mode. The first time I played it, I fell in love with it immediately. But it takes this spot, of course, because the newer games offered better visuals, mechanics, more cars, and better atmospheres in general. Moving the Horizon Festival from Colorado to the European countryside was the perfect choice. The result is the beautiful and chaotic joy of traversing through the European countryside. This game made me love the series and appreciate it even more than the original did. It was a masterpiece. Its flow was probably the best one in the series, no doubt. But of course, the later games will add so much more to the series, so Horizon 2 will take this respectable spot. The thing that kept Forza Horizon 5 from coming in first was the innovation. The innovation was not there at all, but it's absolutely perfect for the franchise's formula, as Horizon 5 is probably the best racing game that came out in 2021. It had stunning visuals, but not so much better than Horizon 4. That's why it does not top this list. Or maybe it's just my hate for the third installment that's speaking, but in general, I really liked exploring Mexico and the variety of environment. It was just an enjoyable experience for me and plenty of others, I'm sure. Exploring the 4 seasons of Britain offered an incredible gameplay experience, with beautiful visuals that made Horizon 3 look like an Xbox 360 game. Forza Horizon 4 feels like the game Forza Horizon 2 was supposed to be, a wide open playground where the only thing holding you back is your own imagination. Seeing the Horizon series in England was a terrific experience. I cannot recommend this game enough. But there's one flaw I noticed in the last 2 games of the series. The game forces a lot of cars and credit down your throat so much. Literally, the first hour of playing Forza Horizon 4 and 5, I had nearly 1 million credit. For those wheel spins, that it just ruins the game for me. That progressive element you seek in racing games, owning a terrible car, then grinding up the classes, that's what made Forza Motorsport 4 probably the best racing game in history. And that's what makes racing games satisfying in general. But the Horizon series just gives you everything from the get-go. Otherwise, it's a fun and enjoyable experience that anyone that loves cars should experience.